Y'all, the test room for the Wizard101 Spring update is finally out, and today we need to talk about a part of test room that is already causing chaos. I'm talking about nothing other than the new pet donation feature in Wizard101. So according to the patch notes, this is basically a feature for you to deal with pets that you no longer want without, I guess, quick selling them or straight up trashing them. And it works pretty simply. All you have to do is go to the kiosk, you click on donate pets, and if you have an unwanted pet, you can basically add it to the pet pavilion. And as you can see, it can roam very freely. Now, obviously, it looks a little bugged. I think it'll look a lot better in Live Realm. I think the crazy things with the name tags will probably resolve. Earlier today, people donated so many pets that the pet pavilion was absolutely overrun. And literally, you couldn't see anything. So keep in mind, as all things are in Test Realm, I think this is a work in progress. But I actually think that this is a really, really cool feature because it can display all the different types of pets that you can make in Wizard101 in the pet pavilion. Right, I think the new norm is going to be walking into the pet pavilion and seeing one of many, many pets that you've never seen before. Maybe that'll, like, you know, inspire people to make pets. But let's address the real elephant in the room. I feel like most people, when they hear donation, they think, oh, someone's getting something from it. Now, while this is a better way, I guess, than what we basically already have other than quick selling to remove a pet from your inventory, I think it's a pretty cool thing that you could do with the community. There's some major issues with this. One, let's say that I wanted one of these pets. Not only can I not interact with this, like, you can't just adopt a pet that's donated, which I think is, I thought that's what donation would mean, but you can't even like mouse over them. So like, let's say that I see an interesting pet and I want to know like what item cards they have so that maybe I could like, or maybe I just want to know the name of the pet so I can look it up in the kiosk. But if I wanted to do any of that, that's also not really possible. It just seems to be a purely cosmetic change. And obviously when these name tags are sorted out, it's still gonna look a little crowded in the pet pavilion. So because it's test realm, I wanted to give my feedback on this so that it doesn't just become a glorified eyesore, because frankly, I kind of feel like that's where it's at right now, and not to be crazy pessimistic. One, I think if they're gonna go out of their way to make a pet donation feature through the kiosk, there should be a way for other players that don't have as many good pets to actually benefit a little bit from it. Wiz has come a long way since the first, you know, like version of the hatchmaking kiosk. Like it used to be that all you could ever do was offer pets and people could only hatch with them for extremely, extremely high prices. But now there's quite a bit that you can do and a lot of incentives to actually share your pets. Right now you can lend pets and you can get various items for it. Right, you lend enough pets and you can actually do stuff that's really, really cool, like make like elixirs that a lot of people actually want, things that even cost crowns. And there's even a feature in the kiosk where you can actually, like, if someone's online and they have a pet in the kiosk, you can actually in person hatch with them so you can get around the really, really high kiosk prices. So Wiz has come a long way trying to, like, I guess increase the accessibility of pets for the casual player. But I'm gonna say this, even as someone with a lot of elixirs and a lot of, you know, a lot of base pets, a lot of good pet bodies, a lot of snacks, I still find the act of pet hatching itself really, really orangey, sometimes really frustrating. Sometimes I put a lot of crowns into a pet just to not get anything close to what I wanted to begin with. And I think the vast majority of that has to do with when I have to make new pets and I don't have the pet basis for it. So in my opinion, since they do seem to be dedicated to making pet hatching more accessible, why not use this new pet donation feature to help people get starter pets? I think the reason they didn't want to make this donation feature a thing where you can just put a pet in the pavilion and then someone else can just pick it up is because then what would end up happening is you would have people that have a lot of snacks. They would start charging people for literal mega pets. Right, I think that is the problem they're trying to, like, you know, not encounter. Right, Wiz has quite a big, like, you know, I guess I don't know what to really call it, a third-party market when it comes to, you know, in-game items that are tradable. We've already kind of seen that with things like the Empower trade that's emerged outside of the actual game, right, where people trade Empowers in exchange for in-game goods, like other TCs that are rare maybe, or even like services, like literally questing someone. I've seen people literally pay people in Empowers to help them quest, to literally help them get pets. Right now, imagine that, but like, you know, like you could make deals with people with mega pets. Like, I feel like that could get a little bit excessive. It would make it so that some people would never interact with pet training at all. And that's only if they have the resources to give a lot of gold for it or give even crowns for it, right? Stuff like that has a really, really high chance of turning it into a scam too. Like someone could be like, yo, I'll donate my pet in the pet pavilion. You can pick it up off of me if you give me a bunch of empowers. Someone might give the empowers, then the other dude with the pet might just run away, right? When you open the door to that type of stuff, it could be a little bit crazy, but I feel like if you have an in-game feature, like something through the kiosk, I feel like it might be, you know, maybe put in measures that it's less easy to gain. And I think they could easily scale this up to a way where you could maybe get starter pets. I feel like they would have to limit it. I don't think you could go past ancient, for example. I feel like once you're donating mega pets to people, it's still going to be weird, but it would be nice if like I had maybe a mega pet, and out of those 5 talents, maybe I already had 3 of them that manifested on a pet that I never trained up, right? In order to make, for example, this sharp shot gloomy goatling, I probably had to make at least a few bases, and I probably ended up with ancient pets that have 3 of these 5 talents. It'd be cool if I could donate those and people could actually use them for something, because otherwise, I think they either end up just roaming in my house, or I end up getting absolutely nothing, like, you know, for it. Like, it's just stupid. Right now, this doesn't seem like something that you get rewarded for at all, by the way, so I also don't understand why you wouldn't just be better off quick selling your pets. There was a screenshot in the Discord that was floating around where people were speculating that if you donate pets, you get gold, but apparently that's not intended. That's something that's right now in test realm, but it's not intended. So there's a purely cosmetic feature that I do think is named in such a way where it'll actually end up misleading people. I think it'll actually create a lot more animosity towards the pet training system. Let's say that they don't go through with, I've already seen a lot of people in the community give feedback like, this would be cool if you could actually like adopt the pet that's getting donated, right? Let's say they don't go through with that. I still think this feature is a little bit lacking because I do see one benefit, right? You go into the pet pavilion, you might see a pet that you've never seen before. It might inspire you, right? But you still have no way of knowing, like, let's say that I know, for example, that baby Stella is a Leaffoot. I have no way of clicking on this as someone that doesn't have that info to know what pet to like even look up in the kiosk. I also have no way of knowing who donated the pet. So I don't know if, you know, there's just like a gimmick of a pet, or if it's someone that literally, I don't know, got to Warlord in PvP. So this is like a PvPer's pet, right? It'd be cool to have some extra info at least, so you know, like, you know, maybe what type of person might want to make that pet. I feel like if I saw a PvP pet and I saw the rank that someone got with it, the person that donated the pet in the pavilion, at least it would give me some info outside of just what the pet looks like and what it's named. In my opinion, that key info, the fact that it's missing is really stupid. I think I should be able to click on these pets, get its name, get its item card, get its owner, so that at least I have some info to work off of if this is all this is gonna be. I think the pet pavilion is gonna look a little bit more lively, which I think is very exciting. I feel like the fact that it's already popping off even in test realm, I feel like it's one of those worst case scenario just ends up being like kind of a goofy feature. But I did want to cover this because I do feel like it's something that, you know, outside of the shadow spell changes and the gauntlet, this is something we're probably going to be seeing and experiencing every ass day. So hopefully they clean up the weird, like, you know, like name tag glitches. I do hope they add on to this feature so at least you have some info. The best case scenario is that some of these pets, maybe you could actually like adopt them instead of just watching them walk around until they fade away. Let me know what you guys think of this. There's tons of things to cover in test realm. I will be running out the new gauntlet. I will be doing PvP. Do not worry. I might do all of that in one stream today. It might be a monster stream. But turn on noties to check it out. I just wanted to cover one feature at a time, and I thought this one was very interesting. So I wanted to see if y'all had anything to say about it too. Let me know y'all's thoughts on the current version of the pet donate system. Let me know what y'all would do to improve it. Do y'all agree with my suggestion? And as always, drop a like if you enjoyed. Leave us a review. And if somebody hasn't told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong. Stay awesome, y'all. See y'all soon. And yeah.